If you come to Guildwood and you look, all the streets set up for that school, you do not have to walk on the road. There's pathways set for all the kids to get to school. If they were to close it, the kids would have to walk through major intersections with no lights, on roadways with no sidewalks. And that's not taking care of the kids.
The last public school board meeting of the school year, a doozy. In fact, it's still going on right now. That's why I'm keeping my voice down. But the big issue at this one, in the end, ended with TDSB staff voting to go against staff recommendations to close two aging schools that are half empty in Guildwood Village. Elated tonight, parents from those two schools that will now stay open, Guildwood Junior and Jack Minor Senior Public Schools.
Guildwood's constituency is made up of many types of students. However, a lot of the students are students that are in need. So the school has a special designation, giving those students opportunities that do not exist in the other schools.
The TDSB ultimately disagreeing with a staff report recommending that Guildwood Junior and Jack Minor Senior Public Schools close. Now, it wanted to shutter the two buildings to make way for two new schools in the area. Under that plan, nearby Elizabeth Simcoe and Poplar Road schools would have been expanded and rebuilt, and all four schools that I'm mentioning here are actually been put up in terms of they know that they're in bad need of repairs. Now, Trustee Jerry Chadwick is the trustee for all four of those schools, and he says tonight's decision was not the right one.
I'm disappointed, obviously, because I still think the recommendations are what's best for the community long term, but that's the will of the board, and that's democracy in action. So we have to go back to square one and see what we can do to support the community, because we still haven't addressed the issues of low enrollments in those schools in that whole area.
Why did you think that building two new schools was the best for the community?
Well, the schools are old and in need of repair. Their systems are very old, and you know, one of them, it's prohibitive to repair because of the age of it, and this would last 50 years, 60 years into the future for the kids of that community. And those buildings that they're in now will not last that long.
Now, this is a battle that has raged for months and divided the community. Parents from Guildwood and Jack Minor long fought the closure, saying the board's decision to strip the schools of the gifted and French immersion programs led to their declining enrollment. Now, just to paint a picture of just how small some of these schools have become, Guildwood currently only has 5 classes. One of those grades only has 5 students in it, but now the TDSB has instructed staff to come back with recommendations about what to do with these 4 buildings now that they have voted to keep those 2 schools open.